I'm going to say something the book talk fandom has been trained not to say. Rhysand is a piece of shit. Not a morally gray love interest, not a villain with a redemption arc, a manipulative social engineer who exhibits the behavioral profile of a human trafficker and has spent multiple books being rewarded for it by his fandom, his inner circle, and the narrative itself. I'm going to walk through it. We're going to end on the piece I think most people haven't considered. Rhysand can read minds and shatter them. He can influence what people think and feel. He does this without consent. He does this to people he calls friends. He does this to Feyre before she has any understanding of what he is or what he's capable of. We are asked to find this compelling. We are asked to find it protective. Rhysand is a piece of shit. Feyre is 19. She grew up in poverty in a human village. She has no knowledge of the Fey world, its politics, its legal structures, or the binding nature of Fey bargains. Rhysand has centuries of experience operating in exactly this world. He offers her a bargain while she is captive, traumatized, and without any advisor or advocate. This is the textbook profile of a trafficker: isolation, trauma, power imbalance, an offer that looks like rescue. The fandom calls it chemistry. Rhysand is a piece of shit. Let's talk about the most incompetent inner circle in fantasy literature. Azriel is the spy master. He either knows everything and is a double agent, or he's the worst spy in the history of the genre. Pick one. Cassian is physically impressive and a consistent failure as a military leader. Every catastrophic situation the inner circle finds themselves in can be traced back to decisions Rhysand made without telling them. He withholds information. He engineers situations. He comes out nearly unscathed every time. Then he goes back and justifies it. His inner circle calls this leadership. You guessed it. Rhysand is a piece of shit. People say Feyre is an unreliable narrator. This is true, but not because she's simply naive or has watery bowels about the hard choices. She's unreliable the way a 19-year-old Amish girl who moved to New York City and is handled by a wealthy trafficker is unreliable. She doesn't have the framework to evaluate what is being done to her. She doesn't know what she doesn't know. As the series continues, she stops being naive and starts being complicit. She becomes comfortable doing terrible things to people for the cause. She adopts his justifications. She stops asking questions. The fandom calls this growth. I call this Rhysand is a piece of shit, and Feyre became one too. This is the piece I can't let go of. I don't buy the curse. I don't buy that Rhysand was a helpless victim under the mountain, playing along to survive, waiting for a human girl to come along and break the curse. Look at who benefits. Rhysand's court survives intact. His enemies are destroyed. The power structures that threatened him are gone. He emerges with a traumatized, malleable, extraordinarily powerful human girl bonded to him who believes he saved her. The timeline works, the power dynamics work, the beneficiaries work. I think Rhysand built Amarantha. I think Under the Mountain was his. I think the curse was the cover story. So say it again with me. Rhysand is a piece of shit. I write slow burn romance. I write men who show up without being asked, who don't engineer situations for their own benefit, who tell the people around them the truth even when it costs them something. I am Della Rowan, and if that sounds like your kind of book, What the Iron Keeps is coming to Kindle Unlimited. And for the final time in this video, say it with me. Rhysand is still a piece of shit and always will be.